Hello guys, today we are going to watch a very romantic movie called Burning Betrayal. At the beginning of the movie, we see a girl named Bobby who is missing her boyfriend Kyle a lot because he hasn't been able to meet her for many days. So, she was messaging him when suddenly Kyle surprised her by showing up and proposing to her for marriage. After that, Bobby agrees to marry him. Then, their close moments begin. In the next scene, we see Bobby picking out a dress for her wedding when her close friend and coworker Patty asks her if she's ready to spend her whole life with him. Bobby replies that she's ready to spend her whole life with Kyle. Then, her friend says she needs a new guy every night to make her nights colorful. And she can't waste her whole life with just one person. Now, Bobby even tries to convince her friend to find a good man and get married. Then, we learn that Bobby is not just Kyle's girlfriend but also his business partner, managing the transactions. On the day of Kyle's court appearance, Bobby is on her way to court with her assistant, who is also her good friend, when she sees a motorcycle, reminding her of her past enjoyment of riding bikes. Arriving at court, Bobby finds Kyle is not there yet, which makes her anxious. When the judge, Marcos, arrives, Bobby is struck by his hot appearance. Eventually, Kyle arrives, and the hearing begins. Kyle's company is accused of fraud in partnership with another company named Gord, which leads to a legal notice from the court. Kyle presents evidence to the judge, proving his company did not commit fraud. The judge eventually dismisses the case, and Kyle hugs Bobby, but she seems more focused on the judge. Kyle then leaves for another city for work. The next day, Bobby's bachelor party is planned. Bobby wants to start fresh, so she sells her beloved old bike. At the party, a male dancer entertains the girls, and Bobby receives gifts. One gift contains a photo of Kyle with another girl, upsetting Bobby. She locks herself in the bathroom until Tiago and Patty calm her down. Bobby's thirst for vengeance leads her to Kyle's office, driven by a burning desire to uncover the truth behind the mysterious girl in the photograph. However, a vigilant security guard stands in their way, refusing them entry. With quick thinking, they craft a clever ruse, persuading the guard that Bobby, soon to be the boss's bride, has a delightful surprise in store for him. The guard, swayed by their story, relents, allowing them access. Yet, with the guard still a potential obstacle, Bobby's resourceful friend takes him aside, diverting his attention with a charming distraction, ensuring Bobby's uninterrupted search for answers in Kyle's office. Bobby discovers that Kyle has been in a 2-year relationship with the other girl and has given her the same gifts he gave Bobby. Enraged, Bobby breaks Kyle's belongings in his office. The noise alerts the guard, but Bobby's friend distracts him. They leave without being caught. Bobby is still haunted by memories of Kyle and turns to drugs. Her friend gives her a makeover, and Bobby decides to end her business partnership with Kyle. When Bobby goes to retrieve a file from court, she meets the judge, who is impressed with her new look. Kyle asks for forgiveness, but Bobby refuses. The judge's arrival prompts Kyle to leave. Later, Bobby and the judge go to a club for drinks and small talk. However, their moments are cut short when the judge notices a woman watching them. The judge leaves, and so, Bobby leaves for home, realizing that maybe her friend was right that she shouldn't spend her whole life with just one person, but should enjoy life to the fullest. When Bobby returned home, she found her house had been ransacked, making her scared. She called Tiago, who came over. Bobby told him how the judge had helped her and how much she liked him. Tiago warned her that the judge was dangerous. During their talk, Tiago confessed his feelings for her, but Bobby said they were just friends. Tiago left, and Bobby decided to return to her old life. She bought back the bike she had sold. The next day, Bobby joins a biker club and they all go on a trip. Jazz Marcos is also among the bikers club. Bobby and Marcos get attracted to each other as they spend more time with each other and later get intimate. In the next scene, a biker approaches Bobby and tells her that Marcos is a very weird person, so she should stay away from him. This sounds strange to Bobby. In the next scene, we see Bobby in her zone when she receives an email containing videos of her and Jazz. He wants to have an affair. On one side he is suspicious of Kaio, and on the other side, he is suspicious of Tiago. Some days pass by and we see that Bobby has unlocked Kaio's laptop, and as soon as the laptop is unlocked, she finds out about Kaio's dark deeds. It was because of the fraud that Kaio's company went to court. In reality, it was Kaio who was committing the fraud, using another company's name. Bobby had a good opportunity to take revenge on Kaio. However, because there was a time when Bobby loved Kaio very much, she decided to let it go. At this time, Marcos sent an invite for a date. In the next scene, we see Bobby going to Marcos's house where they enjoy themselves a lot and get very intimate. Bobby started living with Marcos. One night, the same woman who was seen sitting inside the club at the start of the movie comes to meet Marcos. Her name is Paula, and she is Marcos's wife. Bobby realizes that Marcos is a married man. She takes her bike and leaves feeling betrayed. Soon she collided in a car accident and was admitted to the hospital. After a few days of treatment, she recovers completely and comes back home. At that moment, Marcos also comes to her house. Marcos had come to apologize to her and explain his situation. Bobby finds out that Marcos has a 4-year-old daughter who is sick due to Paula's negligence. When Paula was pregnant, she consumed various drugs due to her mental health issues. This caused their daughter to be born weak, ultimately leading to Marcos and Paula's separation. Hearing this explanation, Bobby feels a slight sense of relief. After investigating, Marcos discovers that Tiago was behind the Bobby's accident. Marcos then arranges for surveillance of the people around Bobby to ensure her safety. In the next scene, Kaio looks like someone has beaten him badly. Then Tiago also comes to him. It is revealed that Tiago had been involved with a gang, and their problems escalated when Bobby stole Kaio's laptop, containing critical information about the gang's finances. And now, the gang is hunting Kaio and Tiago to reclaim the data. Despite their intentions, they are unable to harm Bobby due to her connection with Marcos. As their situation becomes increasingly precarious, both Kaio and Tiago become determined to eliminate Bobby to secure their safety. Marcos overhears the situation because he had been monitoring Bobby's friends. Desperate, Marcos attempts to call her, but Bobby, still upset with him, refuses to answer. She decides to go to the police to file a complaint against Kaio with Tiago. However, Tiago kidnaps her before she can take any action. Marcos continues to call Bobby, but she is unable to answer due to fear of Tiago. As soon as Tiago's attention diverts from Bobby, she manages to pick up Marcos' call and inform him about her situation. Aware of Bobby's live location being tracked by her friend through an app, Marcos contacts the friend and heads toward Bobby's location. Tiago has taken Bobby to a dark forest, where Kaio is seen digging a pit, presumably to bury her. Bobby is horrified to discover that both her boyfriend and close friend are plotting against her, leading to a moment of intense shock and betrayal. Tiago orders Kaio to shoot Bobby, but Kaio refuses. In a shocking turn, Tiago takes Kaio's gun and shoots Bobby himself. As Tiago prepares to shoot Bobby again, Marcos arrives and confronts him. A struggle ensues, during which Tiago shoots Marcos, injuring him severely. Tiago then aims at Bobby, but Marcos' assistant appears and shoots Tiago from behind, incapacitating him. Bobby rushes to Marcos to check on his condition and finds that he is miraculously unharmed. Help arrives quickly, and Marcos is taken to the hospital for treatment. After some time, Marcos makes a full recovery. In a heartwarming twist, Bobby and Marcos get married, and Bobby embraces Marcos' daughter as her own. This marks the happy ending of their tumultuous journey.